hates it because you guys get the recording. So say hi to them.
Hi. We hate recording.
Okay. Volume of spheres. This one is a little different than cones and cylinders. It's here because a sphere is basically a circle running all ways. If you think about it, it's a circle just spinning super fast in all directions. It's a sphere. Every point on the outside of the sphere is the same distance from the center of the sphere as every other point. The formula for a volume of the sphere. Hey, Tracy, stay with this. So the formula for a volume of the sphere is very specific. Look at your yellow sheet and look at the formula for the volume of the sphere.
Found it.
What does it say, Tracy?
V equals 4/3 pi r squared.
Pi r cubed. And I see I missed that in the notes. So the 3 should be way up here, not down there. So everyone go to your 3. It should be up top.
Can I just point an arrow?
Yep. As long as you know that V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Before we did height, but a sphere doesn't have a height, but it does have another radius. So there's where we get our 3 dimensions, and it's in the radius. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Again, you don't have to memorize the formula. It's on the yellow sheet. Which means as long as you know where it's on the yellow sheet, you can quickly go find it. You can save brain cells for other things like Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at this first sphere. What do we have here? Do we have radius or do we have diameter?
We have radius.
How do you know?
Because it's like half.
Because it's half. So our formula, we write it down, is V equals 4/3. Remember to put that in parentheses. Pi r cubed. If you think about it, we only really need one thing to add into this, don't we?
The radius.
The radius.
Ah.
So in this case, we're going to put volume equals, in parentheses, we'll put 4/3, pi, which is what? What's pi, Jason?
3.14.
Good job, Jason. Your voice has changed and you're from a different direction, but great job. And what's our radius of this sphere?
2.1.
2.1. And do we want it squared or cubed? Cubed. All the way. This one is cubed. Spheres are cubed. Okay, so type that in.
We don't have erasers in this one.
They should be sitting on the in between there. Then somebody's taken
No,
them.
not like a pink eraser.
Oh, I don't.
Eraser.
Sorry, I don't.
Eraser.
I don't know where those are. There was some. They've been stolen. I want mine back.
Can I say the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got 38.772.
Okay, we need to the nearest tenth.
38.8.
0.8 centimeters cubed. Remember, volume is always cubed. That's one of those easy things when you're taking a test and they say, what is the volume? You look down the answers and a couple of them are squared. You can at least throw those right out. That make sense?
Sure.
Bryson, you following along?
Oh, I forgot that.
Are you writing things down? Okay, write it down. See, now I can watch. It's easier for me to understand who's getting it now. All right, so let's go to number 2. What do we have number 2 here? What is this? Is it a radius?
It's no, it's diameter.
Diameter, which means r is half of it, right?
Yeah.
So it's 7. What's half of 7?
3.5.
3.5. So I'm going to put radius equals 3.5 so I won't get confused later on. Again, the more you label, the easier it is to decide where you went wrong, and the more likely you are to get it right. So what's the formula for the volume of a sphere?
V equals 4/3 times pi r squared.
No.
I am.
Pi r
cubed.
Cubed. So now we fill in
It's a three-dimensional pie.
Got it.
4/3. What's pi?
3.4.
You guys tired of that one? And what is r in our case?
3.5.
3.5 cubed. Okay, and that's why I said write that down.
I am. It's not wanting to type.
Beep, 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 boop, beep, bop.
I mean, it's not wanting to cut.
It's not typing.
Oh, because you did something wrong. It doesn't like it.
Gosh,
There you go. It's an angry little machine.
Wait, how do you put the key?
How do you what? Cube. Up caret. Press that. And then 3. Now the important thing, if you use that normally, you gotta hit the right to get out of it. Now hit.
Got it.
What'd you get?
I got
What'd you get, Elena?
14.
17, wait, 117.
117?
No, 179.
I got 14653.
I know, so did I.
1, 4.
6,
What
5,
did I
3,
do?
3.
No, I got
But
one.
got
what
what
if
she
it
got.
just
Wait, I got
snap?
it. I got 179.5.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Hers is right, 179.5.
You got it.
Look at how you typed it, and did you make it cubed?
Oh.
And then we got to throw in the measurement, which is centimeters cubed. It's the cube thing. It's the only formula that it has a cubed in it.
I put 10. It's most
One tennis ball is fun. 3 is more fun.
I didn't
Wait,
even hear what you just said.
wait, I have a
One tennis ball is
question.
fun. 3 are more fun.
How do you get 3.5 out of 7?
Why do we pour it as we're doing it? Like,
Because what is that right there? Is that a radius or a diameter? Diameter goes all the way across, right? So up here, write r equals, and r is half the diameter, so it's half of 7.
hey guys,
Yes, ma'am.
raise pan, videos,
Okay,
yeah.
did everyone solve that?
That's in the video.
Let's do another one. This one is kind of easy. Once you'll see why in a moment. So here I've got a ball. What do I have here? Do I have radius or diameter?
Radius.
So life is good. R equals 1. So what's the formula for a sphere? Bryson, what's the formula for a sphere?
4, 3, times pi, times radius, 3
Cubed to the 3rd power. Okay, so 4/3. Somebody tell me what 1 to the 3rd power is.
X1.
Why do you know that?
Because 1.
Times 1 times 1. Yeah, if they ask you what is 1 to the 1,000th power, it's very easy to do. Guess what it is? 1. So I could put 1 to the 3rd power, but it's also kind of unnecessary, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
but
you just
couldn't
do-
you do like half? Like, oh wait, it's not half.
It's not half, because our radius is 1.
So,
Remember, diameter goes all the way across, radius only half.
so it would be 4/3.
Shut your face.
Face shutting he's doing.
I wasn't giving me
She just used
All
keyboard.
this calculator is irritating me.
Is it the calculator or the operator?
It's a calculator.
Are you able to get to the 3rd power?
Who?
You.
You.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anybody not understand how to make it go to the 3rd power?
I don't know if I do it though.
I did it.
Faster way, but-
I know the answer. I know the answer. You should ask me.
I should ask you? Okay.
It's
You know how to get to the power? If you're not
oh,
Bryson, what is it?
It's 4.2
4.2
Wrong.
inches.
Centimeter.
inches.
Oh, yeah.
There's
3rd power. You can say to the 3rd power.
Also cube.
You can say to the 2nd power, to the 3rd power, to the 4th power. You don't have to say cubed. If it helps you remember to the 3rd power, do it that way. Okay. All right. So I gotta move my little arm here.
Oh, I don't like the word ones.
So word ones are just word ones. Let's break it out. So Coach Walker measures the diameter of a ball as 12 inches. So what are we dealing with here? Radius or diameter?
Radius.
What does it say?
I mean diameter.
Diameter.
So if the diameter is 12,
It's 6.
what's the radius?
6.
Why?
Because it's half of it.
Because it's half. Radius is half the diameter. So right away, the first thing I do the minute I see it, and you guys have had problems with this, the word problems, it says diameter, you guys go ahead and use it. So the minute you see the word diameter, write radius somewhere. How many cubic inches of air does the ball hold to the nearest tenth? Okay, so let's draw our ball. Yay! And we'll make it sphere-like. Isn't that sphere-y of it? Put in our radius. Kind of looks like a strange eyeball there. And what's my radius?
Your radius is 6.
6 inches. Good. We love drawing our sphere. Wasn't that fun to draw a sphere? Did you have too much fun drawing your sphere?
Yes, it was.
All right, it's sphere holiday. Various sphering.
It's like an artist.
Okay, so what's the formula for a sphere?
It is.
Not Trayson. Jason, what's the formula for a sphere?
4/3.
4/3
This one.
pi r cubed. Pi r round, you'll find that out on March 14th.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Actually, I think we're on spring break on March 14th.
Are we really?
That's right, we'll have Pi
Thank
Day the last
God.
day before spring break, which makes it even better.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Okay, so V equals 4/3. Pi we know is 3.14 since we just spent time talking about pi we're going to eat. And what's the radius?
You made me hungry.
6.
6, and we make that cubed, right? Let's find out how much air it holds.
I want to know. Jason, you smile on the third.
That was kind of a compliment and not all at once. Trayson's not sure if to be offended or to be proud.
Could be the one time too many problems.
Yeah.
All right, Travis, tell me how many cubic inches?
No,
Um,
not yet.
904.3
904.3
inches.
inches to the third power, or cubed.
I see.
Yeah, either way. Is either way wrong?
Yes.
No. They're both right.
I forgot. Wrong.
No.
That's right. So sphere, it is the one that's different. It's here because they've got to put it somewhere, volume-wise. Go right to the yellow sheet. In the case of your STAR test, it'll be the same sheet, it just won't be yellow. You don't have to memorize formulas. Use brain cells for other things, like I said, Fortnite dance moves, which are all dumb. But I guess you got to do something.
I don't play Fortnite.